Alright, so today we're going to work on the water heater. I'm going to try to fix the water heater before buying a new one. That's just the way I always roll. But I need to find some of my plumbing tools. So I'm going to take all these buckets, dump them, and look for some of my plumbing tools that I need. Somewhere in here I got elements, solar stuff. I got some elements here. So we're going to source. This one's new. Alright, so we got heating elements. Some of these used, most of them are used. We're going to go from there. If I can get the other one out, I'm going to replace it. So as you can see, can't even get the tool on there. So I'm going to have to chisel off the rust on the side and rebuild this where I can get on there. And then we're going to see if we can break it loose. So I need to go grab a chisel and a hammer. When's the last time you saw one of these hammers? If you haven't seen one before, it's got screwdrivers in there, and down in here, even smaller. And if that's not enough, get smaller. And if that's not enough, smaller. There we go. No Phillips. There's a mosquito right there. Let's see if I can get him. He's biting me. Nope. But we got our little swatter here. Got him. Got to have the swatter. Alright. Little zappers. I have one in each room, sometimes two in each room. Alright. So we got that chiseled out. Let's see if we can get our tool on there now. We're going to give it a little love tap. I need a bigger hammer for this. Alright, got that good and cleaned off. We're going to give it a shot, but I'm pretty sure this is not going to come out at all. But I'm going to have to chisel this thing out. So we're going to see. I'm going to get a good angle at it. Let's see, what's a good angle? That's a pretty good angle. Alright. I know this thing's not coming out, but we're just going to do this just for fun. Oh, it's moving. Alright, so it's moving. So what I'm going to do is turn the pressure off now and drain the release the pressure on the tank. So we're going to turn everything off up here. I didn't think that was going to come loose. I'm going to go release the pressure, and we might just work it back and forth, and it might seal up on its own. So I'm going to leave the pressure here. On here, I'll wash my hands a little bit. Cold side. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to come loose. Alright. So now, I almost want to drain it and replace it. I'm probably going to do that, but right now, I'm just going to work it back and forth to see if it's going to come out, because there's going to be rusted on the inside of the threads. There we go. Yeah. So I'm going to drain. I'm going to tighten this back up and spend a couple of hours draining this heater now that I've got that loose. And another problem I'm going to run into is this is going to be clogged up, and this is probably going to break on me, so I'm going to probably have to retrofit that if I can get that to drain. So we're having fun out here looking for a water hose, and this is my electric tiller. I took the gas engine off and this is the treadmill motor that I used, and this is what I'm going to attempt to use to get the 65 to move. But before I take that off there, I'll give a demonstration on how it works. And yeah, works really good, and it runs on the power from the cart. So I hooked this up to the solar cart. You can pull it behind the cart or just park the cart and till whatever you need to till. And I took the tines off the outsides just to see if it would make a difference on the torque, and it really didn't make any difference. So it still turns the same speed. All right, I just got a call from the wood chip guy, and he says that he's going to be here in about 10 minutes or less. So we're just going to put you right here, and we're going to go get a load of wood chips. So that's good news and a little bit of bad news. Delay, but that's okay. That's just the way it is. I get free wood chips. I really can't complain. Except for the fact that I was right in the middle of a water heater fix. But that's okay. You gotta get it while you can get it. So let's go get some wood chips. Looks like we beat him here. That's good. He's not waiting on me. It's another one of those days where, oh, I'm not going to get pollen on me. And I'm not going to be sniffing throughout the whole video. Yeah. If you're going to buy property, make sure you're retired and there's 5 of you to keep it up, because I don't have the time to keep this property up the way I want it. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating. All right, so they're unloading their chipper. I need to figure out where I'm going to put the wood chips. Boy, it's dusty. Can't outrun the dust when the wind's blowing your way. Let's see, where are we going to put the chips this time? Maybe over here. We'll keep adding to this spot right here. I really want to add to this back part right here. Yeah. I want it to be dumped right here, but I don't know. We'll see if he can pull it off. We're gonna go back here. We're just gonna put the wood chips right here in my old tank. Yeah, I'm just gonna fill this in.
Hey! All of that?
Yeah.
Hey!
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
Something new wet, so it's getting kind of cloudy over there.
Oh, okay.
So this is a hole here anyway. I was digging a small little pond, but I don't have the chips here anymore.
Oh, okay.
So he's gonna have to stop right around. So I need to get off in the hole.
Hey!
So much for the little pond. But yeah, this holds water. That's all right. I'm just gonna start filling it in. I don't have the skid steer anymore. Some dry wood. There's trash in that stuff. I'm gonna get on their butt about that. I see some kind of trash and debris. I don't like that. I'm gonna tell them about it too, because I don't normally get trashy wood chips. This is not a dump. There you go. That's how it's done. I guess it's a good thing that I put these trashy wood chips in this lower spot, because I won't be sourcing out of them. I'll just smooth it out. I bought this property. I built the house in '97 and I bought the property in 2003, and I've probably received, I would say, well over 100 or so loads on the property, probably way more than that, a couple hundred loads of wood chips. And I've never had trash like that before. And what he said that they were doing is cleaning up a property over there by O'Reilly's. And he said he told them not to put the trash in, but obviously they didn't listen. So there was plastic bottles and looked like a pillow or something. But we're gonna go catch some air here and blow off some of this pollen. And I'm gonna go around the block. But yeah, that load of wood chips, I could have done without. Coming in hot. So hot, my wind speed thing got knocked off. Yeah. So yeah, I'm full of pollen now. Are we having fun yet? And this is my Friday where I'm supposed to have a little less work to do. So far it's been one of the dirtier days this week. That's alright. If I get the water heater fixed, maybe I'll take a warm shower. Alright, let's carry on with our project here. Well, we're draining the heater now. So this will take a little bit. When you do that, don't forget to, on your pressure relief valve, so it doesn't pull a vacuum, always make sure you flip it up like this, like that. That way it drains quicker. Alright, so let's see if we can freehand her yet. Yep. So it's not good because the threads are broke off in there. So that's what I was afraid was going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to have to fish this thing out of here and then work on getting those threads out, because the threads are the heating element. You can see threads broke on it a little bit. So I'm going to get this element. I'm probably going to have to cut it and drop it and just leave it in there. But I'm going to do my best to get it out of here. But I can't do that on camera. Alright, I got my gloves on. And I'm fighting off mosquitoes. Let's see, which direction is that thing facing? There we go. That's the only problem with these things, is over time, the element will, especially these, I probably won't use these anymore. The element starts stretching out. Let me get out here in the light to show you what happens. So when you buy these, they're close together, right? But over time, I don't know if you're seeing that because I can't see the camera. There you go. Over time, the element starts pushing out like that. So the only way to get it out is how I just did it. You got to bend it back and then fish it out. But you can see that I'm going to have to clean those threads up, and I'll flush the water heater. And I think I saved the water heater. This was a way easier fix than I've done these before back when I was a plumber, where I had to chisel them out and all kinds of crazy crap, and the elements were stuck in there, and just because there was so much lime and crap built up in there. But this one is not as bad as some of the ones I've worked on before. Thank God. So I'm going to do this for a while, clean it. Then I'm going to start filling it with water and vacuum all the stuff out. And then we'll put the element in there. I'm going to flush the system as much as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this off, turn the water on, let it come out of here with it stirring all up, and then suck it out with the shop vac while it's coming out until everything is as clean as it can be. Kind of flush this thing out a little bit. All right, we're going to step it up a notch. I need to set up a system where there's a valve on the hose and I can run the hose in there at an angle and stir up all that stuff on the bottom. So that's what we got so far. It's not doing that, it's not getting that much out of there, but I'm going to dump this out so I can keep track now of is it still pulling stuff out, and I'll just keep doing it for a while. That water is not cleaning up anytime soon. The most important part about this is to get this true again and smooth, and it's really bad shape. So I'm going to be sanding on this for a while. This would be a lot easier if I wouldn't fight mosquitoes. I've probably been bit 15 times today. Fun times. But I'm going to sand on this for a while. Can't get a file in there, so I'm going to do the best I can. And I can't find my plumbing grease. So I'm going to spend another 30 minutes looking for that after I sand this. And then we're going to put the element back in and we're going to pressure it up and see what we got. Alright, so we're going to see, I got a whole bunch of used elements here. And I also have some 12 volt solar ones that I'm probably going to put a 12 volt in there. We'll have a little fun. So let's check and see if they work first. This one's not good at all. It's not showing anything. So that's why I pulled that one out. So that one's out of the picture. This one is 12,000 ohms. So that one's still good. This one is 24,000 ohms. This one's a 110 element. I can't use that, but we'll just check the ohms anyway. And that makes sense. The lower the voltage, the higher the ohms are going to be, or the lower the ohms. So that's 8,000 ohms. This one is a 300 watt 12 volt solar heating element. So this is going to be really low ohms. This one's half an ohm. So that's half ohm, like a half ohm speaker. Hook it up to an amplifier and heat water. All right, and this one is a 100 watt 12 volt. And that's about a 2 ohm. Can you see that? 2 ohm. 2 ohms, 1.5. So that is the 100 watt 12 volt heating element. This is the 300 watt 12 volt heating element, which is half an ohm. And this is the 110 AC element, which is about 8,000 ohms, almost 9,000. And I can't read the wattage on this one, but you get the picture. 6,000 watts, 277, 3,500 watts. So it's a 4,500 watt element for the most part, which is 12,000 ohms. So I'm going to debate whether to stick the 100 watt in there with the 100 watt one. I could just put one panel on it and it would work good. With the 300 watts, I do have some panels I could stick on there in parallel and see what we can do with that. I might do that. So we'll just see. I've had it in there before. You can see I've used it before. But I took it out because the recovery rate's a little low for what I was doing at the time. So we'll figure out what we're going to use. And these little rubber O-rings are a little bit old because these things are probably well over 10 years old now. But what should I use? The 100 watt or the 300 watt? Put it in the comments. What I'm going to do is use the one that had the cracked O-ring on it to clean the threads out, because I'm not sure if this one's still good. It tests good, but I don't know if it was leaking or not. So I'm going to clean the threads, and then we're going to re-Teflon this back. I couldn't get all the rust off the edges, so it's probably going to want to still leak. That's why all I got is Teflon tape for that. I can't find any of my, I don't know where I put all my plumbing stuff, but maybe it's in that toolbox. I'm going to look in there. But I need to find my plumbing grease. It's really frustrating. Found my plumbing stuff. It's in this toolbox. So there's my grease with mosquitoes added with it. So we're good to go now. All right, so I got it all the way in there without the rubber O-ring. So we're going to take that one out and put the other one in with the Teflon tape, and we'll see what we got. All right, I've really never gone to this extreme before as far as Teflon tape And then the grease here, I'm using faucet grease, but it's really rusted up bad on the edges, and I got it filed as good as I could with sandpaper and stuff. And I also got the threads lubed up so we can get her a little bit extra tight. So it's going in there good now. Let's hope it doesn't leak. And I'm going to put some pressure on her and see what we got. So give me a second here. And I need to put some wire nuts on here so when I throw fire to it. I'm not going to mess with the solar stuff today. I'm not going to hook up any panels to it. I just wanted to get it plugged off. And I'm focusing on taking not as hot showers anyway, so this will motivate me to take more cold showers for health reasons. Alright, so when you flush the system out, really I like to do it behind the washer and the dryer, but I have too much stuff to move, because I like to flush it out closest to the system first, and then work my way back, instead of sending all that trash through the line. But this is the furthest setup, which is backwards, but this is the way I'm going to do it, and you're going to see what comes out of here. It's going to be sand, it's going to be black stuff. So I'll turn the video back on when black stuff, when it starts flowing water. So it's starting to flush out now. Alright, it's cleaned up pretty good now, so it's going to look that way until it all settles back down to the bottom. Alright, the water without the heater on, just coming straight from the water tap, is 83 degrees. So we're going to put fire in the hole and see if that top element is going to work for us, or if I'm going to have to do any rewiring. And we'll check on that here in about 10 minutes. Alright, so it's heating up. I don't see any leaks. I'm probably going to pull this cover off too later and see if we got a leak on the top as well. And I don't think we do. Really don't see any rust dripping out. So while I'm out here doing an inventory shift, I'm going to start cleaning up the garage. So I can't back the 65 in here or pull it in here without hitting this shelf every time. And when I hit it, there's just barely enough room for the garage door to close. So I'm going to clear this shelf and move this maybe to the back porch, back where it was, or somewhere. But yeah, right now it's not working for me. That way I can hit the wall with the truck, or just get really close to it. So it's been about 30 minutes and it's 132 degrees in the water heater, so everything's working, even with one element. Alright, I got the fan drying everything off so we can make sure nothing's leaking. And I got this shelf empty. Let's move it out of here. I have too much stuff and I'm going to be getting rid of some stuff. Whatever I haven't used in the last 50 years. We're just going to move this back here somewhere. Alright, so now we should be able to pull the truck in here and get it a lot closer. Everything's cleaned up and fans drying everything off. I don't see any leaks anymore. The element's still working. I'm gonna go take me a nice shower. All right, that should be close enough now. I might be able to walk in front of the truck now. Still can't walk in front of it, but I'm not hitting anything when I pull in now. And I got just enough room to close the garage door. About 7 inches. So now, if everything goes right tomorrow, we can start working on the layout again on the 65. But yeah, I've done a ton of cleanup today and throwing away. And I'm going to leave this fan on for a couple more hours. The water heater's not leaking. The tire that I fixed yesterday is not leaking. So we're back on track. Project layout for the 65 tomorrow, hopefully. Let's hear comments. Alright, so this is the, I guess, how to fix a flat tire with a screw video. I'm reading the comments from that. I got to read comments on both videos. So KCA TV says, I think you could set your sights a little higher than 1 mile an hour. What if you put a front assembly of a four-wheel drive on the truck and mounted a real electric motor to the third member? I wonder if anyone has tried to do that. Okay, well then, you think you're missing the point. I want it to be just to pull it out of the garage. You know, 1 mile an hour is plenty fast for that. And I want it for parades. You're talking about going to find a four-wheel drive, 65 model, pull the front clip off, change the front end, and do all that, and then have all these batteries in the back. Remember, I only have 12 volts to work with. I got it. 12 volt solar panels, 12 volt battery in the truck. That's what I'm utilizing. So it's a 12 volt system. I don't have 36 volts. I don't have 72 or 128 or anything like that. So you're talking about just making an electric truck. And I would never do that to this truck unless the motor went out. If the motor burns up, I'll turn the truck into electricity. But I'm not going to butcher this truck up like that. Just adding a treadmill motor to the drivetrain where you really can't see it, or the wheelchair motor, to me, that's the perfect scenario. I don't want it to go down the road on electric power. I don't have that. It's 12 volts. So, but yeah, it's a great idea that you got, but not to this truck. I would do it to if somebody wants to donate another truck, I'll do it. Let's see. Tim Beers, hello, can't wait to see the golf cart motor run the truck. I'm probably not going to end up using a golf cart motor. It's probably going to either be the wheelchair motor or treadmill motor. Alright, so Jared Allen, golf cart motor will be pretty interesting. Yeah, did I misspeak and say golf cart motor? Because a lot of people are commenting. I do misspeak a lot, so I apologize. So my plans are to use a treadmill motor or the wheelchair motor, not a golf cart. But I might end up using a golf cart motor if the other ones don't work out. I have an extra cart that I can use. Loud Red, let's see, to not have the truck running all to be able to move. It's just too late. It's been one of those days. Wendy Poe Bear, do you have a Dollar Tree? I think we do, but I already got the crates, thank you. Gas pump repair service. Little known secret, there's probably distilled water in the baby section. Yeah, usually that distilled water is in the gallon jugs that leach plastic. It's not in the clear ones, but I am going to check the next time I go to the grocery store and give you a shout out. That's for sure. And We the People says 20 on the likes and a thumbs up. Alright, so we're going to go to the video of the water heater that I posted, because I got to do 2 videos because I posted 2 yesterday. This is the video I posted probably 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was out in the garage and I was going to work on the 65 and I was looking for something, and then something fell back behind the water heater and I heard a splash. Got a flashlight and said, oh great. And I'd been smelling something pretty nasty in the garage for a while now. I'm like, God, what is that smell? Something die in here? And the mosquitoes. I've been fighting mosquitoes all day fixing this water heater. So, got it working. It's fixed, as you can see in the video. And I cleaned up the garage, and I can park the 65 in there better. And I spent more time cleaning and looking for tools than it took to fix the water heater. So it wasn't in bad a shape as I thought. So AMC Kingdom is telling me how to fix it. Let's see. We the People. Hopefully the water heater will hold up. Yeah, got it fixed. Let's see. AMC, you could just replace the element. I put one of my solar elements back in there that I had in there probably 5 or 6 years ago. So the lower element's going to run on 12 volts, 300 watt solar power, solar direct. So I'm just going to hook directly, solar panel directly to the element. And then the top element's going to be hooked to the grid, to the 220. So Ernie Keck says, damn Fry, just as I was about to say, you had a rusty week. Yeah, it's been rusty week. Nothing but rust. James Ewing, it's done, whatever that means. We the People, he's like number 20. And then JG, 21 hours ago, Ultra Mega Leader 2024. And then Ken Motes, Trump 2022. All right, cool. So anyway, it was a mess. I spent more time cleaning than fixing, but I ended up, as you can see in the video, using Teflon tape and faucet grease to make sure that it would thread in all the way, and I cleaned the threads, and no leaks. It's all good, and I flushed the system. Took about an hour to flush it really good, and my water is not dirty anymore. I took a shower, took a hot shower. Everything's great. So we're going to do this again tomorrow. Please like, share, subscribe. It's free. Please share this on your social media because I upload them every day. I want to build the channel back, and one video at a time. So tomorrow, probably going to be working. I wanted to do a 15-mile ride today, but of course the water heater got in my way. So all the 12 gigs of data I lost, and I was going to use up some of my data for my cell phone plan, but I'm paying for it and I didn't use it. Bummer. So tomorrow I'm probably going to work on the 65. I'm going to take the solar panels out and work on the thing moving at least 1 mile an hour with the treadmill motor or wheelchair motor. And then I'll work on the layout once I get that system set up. So that it could be a couple of days or a week before I start working on the layout now, because I really want to get my my truck to pull forward and backwards in the garage without cranking it. Love you all. We'll do this again tomorrow.